Hello everyone, Tommy Sharp here. I'm back at the Tipton Masonic Cemetery where I'm repairing all the 19th century stones and giving them a good wash. Today I have another sad story for us. This one's actually pretty devastating, so go ahead and, if you're interested, stay and listen. Today we have the stone of William Early Smith, and William was born in Old Franklin, Missouri in 1850. He soon moved over here to Montauk, Tipton, Missouri, Montauk County, and he met his wife Zilpha, and they planned on starting a life together, and they did so. They tried to, anyways. They first had a little girl named Celeste, which was a very happy time in their life. Unfortunately, they got to spend less than a year with Celeste, as the 19th century, as it many times does, took its toll. She didn't see her second summer. They buried her right here. Celeste is buried here. After that tragic time, things did look up for them. 2 years later, they had a young boy named Arthur, and things were looking pretty good. For a while, anyways. Tragically, though, just a few years later, Celeste, only 19 years old, fell ill and passed away. And that left William here, standing here, right here, where I'm standing now, looking at her headstone, holding the hand of a 2-year-old boy, not knowing what was next. That's rough. Sorry, that sends chills down my spine. Anyways, a little bit after she had passed away, a couple years, anyways, William was lucky enough to find another woman named Lucy. And they bought a farm right outside of Tipton, and they were going to build their life from the shambles of what William had already endured. But by that time, they were happy and living life and running a farm. Soon thereafter, though, in his early 30s, William fell ill to a prolonged disease. And that meant that William knew and had the heartbreak of knowing that he was going to leave his young boy an orphan to this harsh world. He knew he was going to pass away, and he was going to leave young Arthur behind. And that did happen. Late one Monday in 1888, William passed away, leaving his young son Arthur and Lucy behind. Not too long after that, Lucy had to go in and file with the probate for all the debt that William had for the farm that they had concluded. And young Lucy decided that she wasn't going to be able to take care of Arthur. So Arthur was sent far from here, not too far from here anyways, east of here, to Clinton, Missouri, to live with Zilpha's family, her mother and father. But that's not the end of the tragedy here. At just 12 years old, he was sent to live with his in-laws in Clinton, Missouri. And just a few years later, less than 10, Arthur too passed away, never having a chance to have a family of his own, a wife, a career, or make any life decisions. He too passed away. And that's the tragedy of this story. A young family wiped from existence from this earth in less than 25 years. William, first their daughter Celeste, then Zilpha, and then William, and then a short time later Arthur, leaving only Lucy, who was married into this family. I didn't really track down her records. I didn't feel the need to. She's not buried here with Arthur. She's not buried here with William. So I'm guessing she remarried and moved on with her life. She was pretty young, I think 22 when William passed away, 23. That's okay. She did take up the task of raising a young boy, Arthur. She didn't have to do that. But I wouldn't have done it alone neither, I don't think. And that's why Arthur was sent to Clinton to live with his in-laws. This is a beautiful gray and white marble stone. Look at the grain in it. It is just amazing. I'm glad I had a chance to. When I found this stone, it was laying right there, laying over. And it wasn't too unbalanced, but I went ahead and dug it up and dug the base out, leveled it with some gravel, picked gravel around the sides to make water run away from it. That way we won't have to deal with this again. All these stones that have been laying over for a while have damage to them, chips around the corners. But that's okay. It has epoxy and shims in there, along with preservation putty, to that way it's not just stone against stone. Soon I will dig up Zilpha stone. You can see it. You can see her name right there, and Celeste right here beside them. I'll get them. They are flat marble stones that are supposed to be standing up, and they will be again. I will get them fixed and get them standing here again beside William. That way, this family, that's lives were tragically cut short, can be remembered. Thanks for having the time with me to learn the story about William and his family, and y'all have a good one.